What's up, everybody, and welcome to my Impact Wrestling review. A lot of things happened on this show, especially after last week's 1 hour main event between Josh Alexander and Speedball Mike Bailey, who tore the house down last week. We kick it off this week with Eddie Edwards and Delirious, which the match was supposed to happen last week, but that hour-on match with Josh and Speedball happened. Um, Good match though with Delirious and Eddie Edwards. It was funny, Delirious, former head booker Ring of Honor is on this show, which, ended up with Eddie Edwards getting a pin, kind of like a out of nowhere pin in a way after Delirious tried to put him into a Cobra Clutch. Eddie fell on him to get the win. Delirious, had bow respect. Eddie like, was about to shake his hand, but he ended up beating up Delirious then. Yua Uemura came out for the save, but Eddie ended up taking him out. Next thing you know, Johnathan Gresham shows up then and basically checks on Delirious while watching him. Apparently, Johnathan Gresham did take, I think he did sign a contract with Impact, which, I'm not surprised given his wife is here. But then again, like, where else was Johnathan Gresham going to go? I do believe that I think he made the right choice in a way because what he been doing right now and the whole Ring of Honor AEW thing, he would have fell to the wayside or ended up on Dark or something, or not even end up on TV at all, unless they do a Ring of Honor pay-per-view. I do believe he was dealt a bad hand a few months ago when he was the Ring of Honor champion until they had him drop to Claudio. Some reason I can understand why, but I think he knew that it was time to get the hell out of there because every time they bring some ROH guy, they probably have one good match, then you don't really see them after that, and they end up on Dark or something. So Gresham probably would have been the same way. So I think it was best he just go to Impact. So, because like AWROH, like I don't know, I don't see him going to WWE either. So, um, and stuff. So good to see him here because he probably just would have been Dark and got buried on there. Um, Scott was talking to Josh Alexander, talking about the match. Some of that wasn't part of the plan, but it happened and everything. He didn't intentionally go for 60 minutes, but, he was in a fight of his life. Uh, Josh talked about Bully Ray again, but Scott said, no, you can't go out there, okay? You got the match of your life last week. Hard to kill. You got the fight of your life. She didn't have the fight of his life last week. Scott saying, like, you can't interfere. Don't do it, okay? And, Josh Frank, he attacked my wife, and Scott's going like, I understand. I know Jen longer than you, okay? She's my friend. She's family to him also. But you need to focus on Hard to Kill as he's going on. Tommy Dreamer tried to come and apologize and stuff for even trying to vouch for Bully Ray. Josh didn't want to hear it. He didn't accept the apology and just walked off. Scott tried to tell him like, listen, man, this man's telling the truth, but he thinks he's scheming with him. So he left off. Bully Ray went against John Skyler, which, basically ended up with a power driver. Tommy Dreamer came out saying, as everybody chanting ECW, he said that's history right there. But listen, man, I put my credibility on the line to vouch for you and stuff. But, I feel like one gullible person, and I couldn't see that lie. I'm 50 years old, as he went on, and I don't want that negativity. I don't want to fight you. What the friendship is done. Listen, we will work together on Busted Open Radio, but after that, we manage each other's business. I don't want to work with you. I don't want to fight with you. Let's just, Busted Open Radio behind the scenes. And he says, you run around trying to point everybody out, but, I'm going to put you on the spot and everything because you're a bitch. As Bully just stared at him, and he says, where are you going? Yeah, just leave. That's all you do. You're a coward and everything. And he talked about dreaming. Going to say you're the heart and soul of pro wrestling. You're a nobody, okay? Devon was in my shadow, but just 10 steps behind Devon. And he's I'm a bigger star than you in ECW, WWE, even in TNA right now, Impact. And you're just a loser. He told him not to get in the ring because Dreamer got in the ring. He's like, walk off, walk off. And listen, I got in the best shape of my life while you're just a fat bastard who works in the office, okay? I laid out Ace Austin those few weeks ago, okay? You're just naive. You're easy to manipulate, all right? Uh, Bully Ray went on to say, "Oh, look who's crying. Why are you crying? Who's the real bitch now?" But Dreamer says he's crying because his mom is in the hospital. Bully said he didn't give a shit about his mom, and Dreamer tried to stop, trying to stop crying. But let's, I put all the scars you have on your body, okay? And I've been fighting my mental health and just to work in the business he loves, and being an innovator of violence. But he says, "All right, motherfucker, you want to do this? let's do this right now. As Bully just kind of laughed and walked off, then getting under Dreamer's skin, just making him very emotional out there. So we've seen Dreamer cry many times, but this one I feel like it had a little bit more weight to it, given what he's explaining out there with Bully Ray instead of just crying just to cry. So, like I said, it does make the match more interesting going into at Hard to Kill. So very good promo work out there. Myers and Cardona, the major players, went against Decay, Crazy Steve, and Brian Myers. As Decay came out, Trey Miguel ended up attacking Crazy Steve and hit him with the back of a spray can and spray paint before walking off. It ended up with the major players winning, given, Steve was already attacked before, and they was just basically eager to take him down as the major players won. I guess maybe to get a title shot. I'm not sure. Decay did have an out here given for Trey Miguel coming out and attacking him, so they did have an out. Scott D'Amore had a contract signed between Jordan Grace and Mickey James, career versus title. Jordan Grace says, listen, man, I don't need to say anything. I understand how big it is. I'll say the rest in the ring. As Mickey says, you think this is over already? It's a foregone conclusion. You think my career is done, don't you? Mickey says, no, don't assume that, okay? I've had big moments. Hard to Kill's going to have another one, all right? She signed the contract. Tasha Steelz and Savannah Evans just came in. Tasha says, how you going to claim you said you want to beat everybody in the last word when you ain't faced me? I'm the greatest who beat the greatest, okay? All right, I beat you twice for that title on the line. Where's my match, huh? And Mickey said, it's a month from Hard to Kill. Let's do it. I'll kick your ass right now. Jordan Grace said, no, it's too late for that request. You got your match now with me. So it's not going to happen. As Mickey said, you act like I can't do it. What have you? As Tasha just started laughing then as they argued. It's Scott D'Amore told everyone to stop that. It's good next week to be Mickey and Jordan Grace versus Tasha Steelz and Savannah Evans as Mickey told Grace, I didn't need your help. All right, so crazy segment right there. A lot of stuff going on in that. And stuff. A very good contract signing. Mike Bailey, I guess they showed him after he was celebrating. Kenny King just showed up, overreacted, celebrating, and spat water at him before Scott D'Amore had people get him out of there. He said, it's Kenny King's game. He's trying to make him stupid as level, but he's not going to do that. The design came out. Diener, the new Violent by Design. Alan Angels going against Sami Callihan, which Sami Callihan actually ended up winning and stuff. As they end up laying out Sami after the match then, after Sami got the win. So there you go. Deonna Purrazzo, I guess, was standing around until Giselle Shaw and Jai Vidal showed up. Basically, talking about Yuri Yoko Ono trying to break up Chelsea Green's team, and that Chelsea Green's in anymore. Why don't we just agree to team, all right? Why don't you just agree to that? What else? Here's one thing I guess is a gimmick change. They showed this woman playing cards and stuff and all these artifacts and everything, talking about power, darkness. She's masculine, she's feminine and stuff. It ended up being Taylor Wilde, so it's gonna be the Wild Witch now. The Wild Witch Taylor Wilde. I don't know where this gimmick is going, but we'll see. Bhupinder Guhar, I guess, was supposed to team with Joe Hendry to go against where they go against Giant Swinger and Zicky Dice. Good match, mostly focused on the shenanigans outside of this, but good match though. Yeah, Bhupinder ended up re-winning this match, still facing stuff, so ended up beating the Young Bucks out there. John Skyler and Jason Hotch basically talk about forming their own tag team and everything, so get ready for that. Steve Macklin was kind of promo talking about every former world champion's got to beat how many he got to beat until he gets a title shot. As he said, Rich Swann is next week. In the main event, we did get heat from Rhino versus the Motor City Machine Guns for the Impact tag team titles. I know the Guns have the other tag titles out there with them. IWGP one, so there you go. But yeah, the Motor City Machine Guns end up getting the win, though. Very good match. Just wondering, I don't know. What am I to ask here? Not sure. I don't keep my napkins or something. I feel like I don't know why I'm saying that, but must be seeing stuff again. But yeah, end up with the Guns beating the what is this team called again? I almost forgot the name. But yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to remember the name. Yeah, so, I feel like I'm taking too much time to think on it. But yeah, it's Rampage for you, okay? Other than that, though, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, Hood9090. Got a little bit lost there in that last part of you. Go check out that Cornet video of, after Wick breaks up. We can see how that goes or what you think about that or anything else that's going on. But other than that, I'm out here. I'll see you guys then. Peace out.